Hey everyone, this is Surax Gaming and welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be doing something a little bit different, something that I put a lot of work into and something that I just kind of wanted to use to bridge my audience to some new stuff. We talk a lot about Mortal Kombat on this channel, but there are a lot of other series that I'm quite fond of. One example being God of War, as I recently played through the 2018 game, and Ragnarok, so it's super fresh in my mind. So I wanted to make a concept for, what if Kratos came back to Mortal Kombat? But this would obviously be based on the 2018 and Ragnarok versions. With that said, a little bit of a disclaimer, this is a fan-made concept for fun. Kratos will likely never return in a Mortal Kombat game, and that's for the best, as console-exclusive DLC is pretty lame. That said, this will be a concept for Kratos based on his appearance in God of War Ragnarok, rather than MK9's version being God of War Free Kratos. For those who are unaware, in 2011, Kratos made his debut in Mortal Kombat 9, with his moveset and combos being based on his abilities and weapons in God of War Free and some previous titles. Kratos was exclusive to the PS3 port of the game and brought with him his own stage and even his own QuickTime event style mechanics during combos that had never been seen before in the series. Kratos was an incredibly successful guest character during a time before NRS had overdone the idea. But what if Kratos returned now? In the 13 years since Mortal Kombat 9, both Mortal Kombat and God of War have undergone major redesigns as franchises. Both series are a bit less crazy and intense, with more serious tones and more fluent animations and gameplay in the years since. Kratos, in the time between MK9 and MK1, has become almost an entirely new character with new weapons, mindset, abilities, and storyline. But how would Norse Kratos fit into Mortal Kombat compared to Greek Kratos? Well, he'd fit in very well, obviously. In fact, with MK1's design, Norse Kratos probably works even better. So let's break down his moveset, which will take almost none of his previous moves from MK9. The basics. Before we get into the meat and potatoes of Kratos' new moveset, let's cover the basics. Kratos is a stance character in Mortal Kombat 1 as I've designed him, being able to switch between free stances that open new combos and moves for him. The downside to this? Kratos' base combos and moves are pretty limited, forcing you to either commit to one stance that works for you, or learn how to weave between them in combos. Kratos would play similar to Shang Tsung in the sense that Shang can almost seamlessly transition between his two stances for combos and moves. Gear piece. Kratos has a lot of options for gear, but we're going to be unique here. Kratos' gear would be the head hanging from his side, Mimir. There's two ways to do this. The easiest way would just be to let you customize Mimir in some way. You change the head with some legendary gear, put some jewelry on him, I don't know, something like that. But the better way to do this would be to have the gear pieces be separate heads. You could have Helios as one gear piece, referencing God of War 3 and, spoilers to those who haven't played it, God of War Valhalla. Or you could have Medusa or some other random head. I'm imagining Mimir to have no dialogue in this instance, so the head is interchangeable and purely cosmetic. They could even give Kratos Shinnok's head as a special gear piece to tie him into Mortal Kombat. Whilst I've limited each of Kratos' stances to 3 special moves each, I've also given him one move that carries across all 3 stances, giving him a total of 10 special moves to use. Combo-wise, Kratos would be a bit more limited, as he would only have standard pokes and jabs that carry across all 3 stances, but the majority of his standard combos will change from stance to stance. The special move that carries across all 3 stances is Hold Your Brother's Project Number 9, which is inspired by a relic in Ragnarok. Hold Your Brother's Project Number 9, where when used Kratos will rip out Mimir's head and blast a beam of Bifrost energy, which if hit would deal double damage. This would introduce a unique mechanic for Kratos, Bifrost, meaning that when this move is used, it will deal a portion of Bifrost damage. And then, if Kratos strikes the opponent first, he will deal extra damage, kinda like Ashura's Light and Dark stance. Or, if your opponent reacts quick enough, the Bifrost will be negated and Kratos punished for the move. This move is quite slow and punishable and will require Kratos to hit confirm it into safely using it rather than just whipping it out YOLO. This move does not have an enhanced version. Kratos' default stance would be his Leviathan Axe, the most well-rounded stance he has to offer. The standard combos offered would be heavy hitting and slow, similar to General Shao's axe stance, Kratos' light combo, heavy combo, and advanced combo from Ragnarok would come across for Kratos to use. His free special moves in this variation would complement his damage output and encourage punishing. The first move selected for this stance is Njord's Tempest, and is a slow-moving barrage of axe swings that, if hit, can hit several times and deal great damage. This move is best used after a hit confirmed to end a combo, or as a well-calculated punish to get some decent damage in. The enhanced version of this move would add an extra swing, dealing more damage and slightly increases the speed of which Kratos swings his axe. The next move would be Frostbite. This move is a more passive move inspired by Kratos' ability to freeze over his Leviathan axe. When this is activated, it will apply a freeze status effect on his moves, with each hit of the axe bringing your opponent closer to freezing. This move would be slow to activate, placing Kratos at risk, but if performed and then his opponent is hit by free axe attacks, they will be frozen in place for a free combo or combo extension. Enhancing this move would decrease the amount of hits, meaning that the first hit from the enhanced Frostbite would freeze the opponent. Kratos' final move in the Leviathan axe stance is the Fog of Fimbulwinter, a move that sends an ice-cold rush of wind to knock your opponent back. This move functionally would work like Jax's Ground Pound, a slow unblockable attack that must be avoided by jumping, or by punishing Kratos. The enhanced version would deal more damage and apply one hit of armor to Kratos, forcing his opponent to dodge instead of punish. Moving on to Kratos' second stance, the Blades of Chaos. Kratos' second stance would be activated by switching from the Leviathan axe, allowing Kratos to equip his iconic Blades of Chaos. This weapon stance changes all of Kratos' normals and gives him the best range and combo potential of all his stances. The standard combos offered would reach to about mid-screen, allowing Kratos to reach opponents playing keep away and give him the best strings for juggles and style. The first special move offered to Kratos in this stance would be Hyperion Pull. This would include both versions of this move from Ragnarok. The standard meterless version of this move would see Kratos throw his chained blade with a range of about mid-screen. If an opponent is hit, Kratos will pull them in for a follow-up attack, similar to Scorpion's Spear. If Kratos enhances this attack, the range stays the same, only this time when Kratos attaches to an enemy, he will pull himself close to the enemy and launch them up for a follow-up combo. Standard and enhanced to do the same damage, so choose wisely if you want your enemy to come to you, or if you want to go to your enemy and launch them for a combo. The next move given to Kratos in Blades of Chaos is Immolation, which operates similar to Frostbite. Kratos activates a passive ability that ignites his blades for a short period of time, causing extra damage on hit and chip damage on block. The move also changes the properties of one of Kratos' moves, the Hyperion Pull, which will now act as a projectile. When Kratos has Immolation active and attaches to the enemy in Hyperion Pull, he will send a wave of fire rushing down his chains to burn the enemy. If the move is enhanced whilst Immolation is active, it will do a larger burst of fire, knocking the opponent back as well as damaging them. The final move offered to Kratos in his Blades of Chaos stance is the Rampage of the Furies, a multi-hitting whip attack similar to Takeda's Lasher special moves from MKX. This move would hit several times, allowing for it to be the best armor breaking tool available to Kratos. The enhanced version of this move would apply armor, but deal similar damage to the standard. If this move is combined with Immolation, it will deal substantial chip damage to a blocking opponent. The downside to this move is that it would lock Kratos in an animation, however, meaning a well-timed jump or teleport to put yourself behind Kratos nets you an easy full combo punish. Kratos' final stance, activated by switching stance from Blades of Chaos, would be the least heavy combo stance, the Dropnir Spear. This stance would open Kratos up for more ranged abilities. Kratos would sacrifice the damage of the Leviathan axe and the combo potential of the blades for projectile and long range. Similar to the game that it appears in, Ragnarok, this stance gives Kratos the ability to plant spearheads on his opponent for later detonation, and a small UI marker above Kratos' super meter will show you how many spearheads you have attached at the moment, allowing you to stack up to 5 spearheads, for balance reasons of course. The first special move offered to Kratos would be Spartan Toss. Kratos' main special move in this stance is a spear throw, throwing his fast-moving projectile that deals a small amount of damage on hit. The small damage is traded for a fast projectile, and each spear that lands will leave behind a spearhead for later detonation. The enhanced version does similar damage to the standard, but will stack 2 spearheads instead of 1. Kratos' second special move in this variation is Maelstrom. The other projectile Kratos has access to in this stance is a slow-moving tornado drawn from Kratos' spear. This tornado will slowly make its way down the screen, like Frost's slow-moving orb. If caught by the tornado, the opponent will take a small amount of damage and be pulled up for a free combo. The enhanced version of this move would increase the speed of the tornado, making it more of an intense obstacle to dodge. This move allows Kratos to control the battlefield. However, if a tornado reaches his opponent and the opponent blocks the tornado, it will dissipate. The final move offered to Kratos in this variation is Draupnir's Call. Replacing Kratos' passive moves for this stance would be Draupnir's Call, a quick move that sees Kratos slam his spear down and detonate all spearheads currently in his opponent. If the opponent is grounded, this will just do damage, roughly 2% per spearhead, but if they are mid-air or in a combo, the spearhead's detonation will juggle the opponent for further combos. Due to the Draupnir spear's low combo potential, a smart play would be to trigger the spears during a juggle or as an anti-air and then switch to Leviathan Axe or Blades of Chaos to maximize the combo. Kratos' Fatal Blow attack would see him activate his rage, purely for the cinematic purposes, no gameplay changing at all, and wail on his opponent with brute force, smashing their skull in his relentless blow of fists. I made the decision not to do a fatality for this concept, as I'm not brilliant at thinking of gruesome ways to kill someone. Definitely let me know down below what fatalities you would give to Kratos in this game, but Ragnarok does give you plenty of options to choose from. I just can't show them on screen, or the video will get banned by YouTube. Well guys, that brings us to the end of this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you haven't already, and let me know down below what fatality options for Kratos you would pick. And also let me know down below if you wanted to see more God of War content on the channel. I did a poll recently and God of War did win, so I'm looking at branching out a bit more content-wise. Well guys, thank you for watching this video, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace out.